Hey, 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 can you hear me? Let's turn on my monitor. Check, check, check. Yeah, okay. Except that thing's so noisy. Okay. Sounds like the ocean in my ears. So yeah, as soon as I get the levels checked, I think I'm just going to take this thing off and I can see the monitor up there. And okay, so you can hear me. I'll trust that you can. Yay, everybody! How you doing? It's actually sunny out. Started out the day with a lot of rain, not too chilly, thank goodness. And I woke up. First task was to make the score of the song that I wrote last night while I was washing dishes. So I'm gonna actually put that in the comments here while people are still gathering about. Dun, dun, dun. So let's go over to that. I'm not going to worry about it on Twitter and YouTube. I'll just go to Facebook and see if we can drag that into the comments really easily. Dun, 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 dun. And looks like that work? No. Okay, maybe we can just post that. How does that work? Can I just drag it in there? I should be able to just drag it in there, right? No, it's not working. So let's just see. That's the oddest thing. I thought I could just drag it in. Doesn't seem to be working. Okay, I'm not going to waste any time on this. Yeah, anyways, it's this song I wrote called Wikipedia PhD that's just got one little verse to it. And one of those things that just happens when you're in the shower or washing dishes or riding your bike. And you're kind of like, well, it's not going to win me any Grammys, but it is its own little cute thing. And it was. It's kind of a fun little song. Only takes 45 seconds. But I'm only going to sing it if one of the folks from the earlier post show up and say they're here. I'll probably sing it at the very end just for the folks that, like Shekin, I just said that she can't make it right now because it's the busiest time of her day, but she'll catch up with it at, what did you say, 1 a.m. or so? Anyways, so until then, just to mix things up, we're going to play the dice game. This is my little 12-sided musical die, and what I'm going to do is, to keep things fresh, because a lot of you have been hearing these same songs over and over in the same order, I'm going to rehearse all my album songs today, but I'm going to do it in a randomized way. I'm going to roll my 12-sided music die, and then I'm going to find the corresponding number on, which way are we going? The circle of fifths. I can do this like a weatherman. On the circle of fifths here, see the circle of fifths? How do they do that? Okay, and yeah, we'll play the number that corresponds, we'll play the track that corresponds with that number. So for instance, without any further ado, if I roll a G, it's a G. So that's the second. That's labeled number 2 on the circle of fifths, so I will turn off the circle of fifths here, and we'll play the second song on the album, which is the title track of the album. This is called, well, the album is called Sunny Inside of the Rain, and so track 2 is called Sunny Inside of the Rain. It goes like this. Let's see if I'm centered here on the, which way should I go? Let's scoot over a little bit. Okay, that's better. I rarely get the notion to do anything but play my guitar. And if I travel across the ocean, I don't think I ever got this far. Now they're looking at me funny like I'm the one who's insane, but I'm the one that's laughing in the back of my brain while the world's crying out in pain. I'm feeling sunny inside of the rain, yes I am. I never got the feeling that I'd ever want to do this again. But if I had the opportunity, then baby, I'd invite you in. Now it's a couple for the money and a few for the show. I'm packing up my sandals and I'm ready to go. Tell my mama I'm hopping on a train. I'm feeling sunny inside of the rain. Oh, come on, sunshine! I'm looking out my window at the freaking chicken loose outside. I'm picking out the tickets for the winners in the house where I hide. And I'm going a mile a minute, but I'm holding it in. I got nothing left to show you but a wink and a grin. And I told you all the name of my game. I'm feeling sunny inside of the rain. 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 Yay, okay, I scooted over, but I didn't scoot the mic over, so let's do that. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit better signal there. Okay, yes, let's see if anybody's checking in or checking out. And let's just roll the next song. And we rolled a D flat, also known as. So let's go to our handy circle of fifths. And what number is D flat or C sharp? It is number 8. So what's track number 8? This is kind of cool because it makes me think of what the album track list is. So track number 8, that would be More Than a Dream. And it goes like this. It's fun to find gold in the last place expected. I wonder how much it was planned. I wonder how much it was worth from the back of the band. I tried to find reasons, I tried to find rhymes, I tried to make some kind of sense. But nobody knows if there's anything happening hence. Is it more than a dream or a breezy horizon that follows the flow of a scheme? Would you know for a fact? Would you scream that you're right like a child that knows what they mean? Did you ever step back and take stock of the items and try to take one for the team? I can't tell exactly what's causing the time, but I'm hoping it's more than a dream. To look back on the course of your life now, reflecting on lovers and friends. It's hard to believe there's a time when it actually ends. I tried to fight back at the tunnel of time, but the tunnel of time always wins. And all that I ask is a moment to make my amends. My eyes have grown older. For now, a good while I've known that it's time to come clean. My wrinkles are stretched to the wreck of the smile I was loaned from the young 17. More than that, more child crying for lies of an earlier scene. But the walls are all cold and there's no one outside who can show me it's more than a dream. I don't mean to paint such a sad panorama as everything melts in a blur, along with the unfinished songs that I'll always miss her. There's nothing to do but to keep keeping on and make best of the winters to come. I'd be happy to hack out just half of what's left to be done. Is it more than a dream or a breezy horizon that follows the flow of a scheme? Would you know for a fact? Would you scream that you're right like a child that knows what they mean? Did you ever step back and take stock of the items and try to take one for the team? I can't tell exactly what's causing the time, but I'm hoping it's more than a dream. I smell the smoke from the feast on the fire, so pass me a leg of the land. Here's to a life I'll achieve my desire to ride it the best that I can. Give me some hope to believe there's a reason, whatever that reason might mean. The time has arrived to catch up the next season of maybe it's more than a dream. More Than a Dream. Track number 8. Alright. Oh, I should have brought down the chord, because this poor thing. This old computer is just, the battery life is just getting really bad. Probably gonna run out. Not just the monitor, not this. That's on a different computer. But I might be flying blind here in a little bit, so let's just keep going. What are we going to do next? Oh, it is an E. He rolls an E, which is number... I know what number it is, but just so you guys can get used to the circle fifths. Number E. Letter E is number 5. And the 5th track on my album is Cult of the News. We were remarking on music and all the people we knew like a change of the face, that wide-eyed awareness, that dutiful glaze. You asked me if I had seen the latest morning op-ed, as if I gave half a shit about all the shit that she read. I think I'll be a hermit, it'll save me some blues, 'cause now there's no escaping from the cult of the news. Welcome to the cult of the news. I'll give you all the sound bites you can choose, and if there's one line item that you don't concur, how dare you demur? We were enjoying a dinner and conversation with friends. I caught the all-familiar glimmer whiff of when it begins. Initial tremors that give me so little time to prepare. My autopilot smile is always to not be betrayed by my stupefied stare. What else is there I can do now in response to the joke? That is assuming a priori that I'm one of the folk who pay attention to the clickbait dopamine game. To me, the politician you mentioned is just another name, another devil in the cult of the news, just another soundbite you can choose. And if there's one line item that you don't concur, how dare you demur? Saturday morning, I'm enjoying hanging out with my crew, so stimulating, engaging in everything that we do. I guess I've come to expect it now, with little surprise. Casual reference headlines, and I'm rolling my eyes. This is the second time I've left a hegemon religion. The congregation's just as puzzled now as they were back then. They got me cornered, and I've got to fight with my own fire. Although there's so many other items that I would choose to aspire. Sound bites you can choose, and if there's one line item that you don't concur, how dare you demur? Welcome to the cult of the mob. We'll throw you in the limelight, 'cause that's our job. You bet your last damn dollar that we won't forget the way that you split. That one was a little bit quicker than I usually play it, but you know what? That's what's fun about doing these in random order, is that, I don't know, you kind of get yourself out of the rut of predictability. See what happens. Come what may. Randomness. Oh, D flat, we already did that. The first time I did this with the album, I got all the way to 10 songs before I rolled a repeat. Oh, over the boards and into the crowd, as we used to say. And that is a B flat. We'll count it, even though it's on the floor. B flat, that is, that's number 10, isn't it? No, 11. B flat is 11. Okay, and that is the last song on the album, because it's an 11-song album. 12 will play the little double, double single thing that's I haven't played in a while, so we'll see what happens. But okay, yeah, this is my favorite one on the whole album. I think this is the one that yeah, I haven't talked about this one that much, but I won't say it was inspired. No, it definitely was. It kind of was. It wasn't directly prompted by Three Body Problem. It just kind of had this weird parallel coming into existence with it. Yeah, this song was just, no, this is just like I was actually pretty depressed at one point, and just all this stuff was ganging up on me, and life, it's just been crazy, I tell you. And at one point during the winter, I was like, I was just frustrated with myself, frustrated with everything on my plate, frustrated with idiocracy out there. And I was just like, man, you know, if it wasn't for all my loved ones and all my friends, if I could actually go into, you know, hibernation and come out 100 years from now, you know, maybe. And then I thought about this song, and then it just turns out that I don't think I was reading Three Body at the time. I had read the first book while I was in China, and then I came back, and life just totally hit me, blindsided me, and I didn't have time to read a novel. So by the time I got back to it, I had to read the first one again because it's so mind-blowing and complex and a lot to follow. So I had to get the momentum back to do the other two, and I can't remember where I was in the books when this happened. But if you watch the Netflix series, which I don't recommend unless you've read the books, you can watch the 10-cent version and not have the books be terribly ruined for it. But definitely try to read the books first. But if you can't, if you need to watch the television show first, watch the 10-cent version. I don't think you can necessarily watch the whole thing on YouTube like you did before, because they since sold it, the rights to Peacock is going to start streaming it. Probably the best adaptation of any of my favorite books ever. I didn't have my hopes terribly up for the Netflix thing, because I knew they're going to have to like Americanize it and change it up a little bit. They didn't do too bad. It's like, no expectations, no disappointments sort of thing. But please don't watch the Netflix show until you've at least read the books or watch the 10-cent version, because it is just a mind-blowing book. And it turns out, that cryogenically freezing yourself and going into the future that way is kind of, I won't give you any spoilers. If you watch the Netflix, they did touch on this, but yeah, I won't say anything more other than when I wrote this song, I was like, oh my God, this is kind of does go along with those books, even though I didn't plan it that way. But because I was too distracted on the fact that when I wrote the chorus to this, I was like, oh my God, this could actually be a sequel to one of my favorite songs. And I wasn't going to force it, but it did kind of fall into place as a sequel to one of my all-time favorite and most influential songs. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm going to keep that a secret. I'm open to guesses. If somebody guesses what song this is a sequel to, an unplanned, unintentional sequel, then yeah, I'll let you know if you're right. But as any of the kids from Imagine That know, I've written many a parody in my time, but never really a sequel, and that's what this one stands as to me. Anyways, the title, as I think I'm going to be calling it, is also a tip of a hat to another one of my musical heroes who was also into science fiction. The title of this, the working title as it were, is In the Year of 42, parentheses, Freeze Me. And it goes like this. Can you hear me crying across the waves of space and time? I can hear you call my name. I decided I could slow ride the tides you left behind, better than the pain under the shining lights. Try as I might, I'm still trembling in my mind. And they're saying it's okay. I paid the sky high price inside my life beside the second line. Now I'm on my way, and you can hear me say, please, please, cryogenically freeze me, please. I'm in a tangle that I can't tease, and I just want to go to bed. Freeze me with all the best technology, maybe even a century. There's too much time in my head. I still don't want to be dead. I just want to go to bed and wait for you. Oh, the red light did deny my credit once and then a second time. On my last backup credit ring, I had no choice but to choose to sign beside yet another fucking dotted line. started flashing green. Now the spotlight's back in my eyes, they shine so brightly that the light it makes me blind. Now it's all faded to gray and away, and the last bit of it I hear is, what's my name? And though I try, I can't reply. But I know one thing, and you can hear me sing, please, please, cryogenically freeze me, please. I'm in a tangle that I can't tease, and I just wanna go to bed. Freeze me with all the best technology, maybe even a century. There's too much tied in my head. Still don't wanna be dead. I just wanna go to bed and wait for you. I woke up in a dream. You're my queen in a golden palace of delight, and every day you like to play. But I just can't seem to shake the subtle shade that something's not quite right. It's hard to say. When I told you this, I saw your eyes, and just then I realized somehow you weren't really you. And always then it starts to spin into some vague fading flashing light in the white lit room, that same old tune. Please, please, cryogenically freeze me, please. I'm in a tangle that I can't tease, and I just wanna go to bed. Freeze me with all the best technology, for maybe even a century. There's too much time in my head. I still don't wanna be dead. I just wanna go to bed and wait for you. Wait for you. For you. Freeze me. I don't know what's going on here. It seems like only one side of this is going. Let me check the stereo setting over here. Test 1, 2. What's going on with my stereo? Okay, testing. That's more like it. Sorry, folks. Hopefully. Sometimes settings, especially kids, kids love little moving parts, and that board has a lot of fun little moving parts. So I'm just going to blame it on the kids, the reason that whole live stream up to this point, and probably the last one in its entirety, was only coming out the right side of your speaker. So now you're in Panasonic stereo. Okay, we're having fun here. Somebody's here. Oh, Travis and Patman are hanging out with me on Facebook. Yay! Thanks, you guys. Anybody else on the other channel over there? No, let's see. Anybody else on? Okay, that's happening. Good. And, you know, I just wonder, is YouTube even connecting these days? I don't know, it doesn't even seem like YouTube's connecting, but it's connecting with the wrong intro. That's weird. Anyways, whatever. I just think it's pretty cool that I can play in my own home and broadcast to the entire world. Yeah. It's like Star Trek is here. When that ice storm happened, we're without power, we're without heat, we're without lights. I can't turn anything on. I realized, well, I've still got a charge on my iPad, and Mom's got a hotspot on her phone, and I'm sitting here like doing my nightly WeChat video chat with my friend in Guangzhou, and I'm just like, oh, it's like camping, you know. The power is completely out. Yet here I am, like face to face talking with somebody on the other side of the world. It was a moment. Okay, let's do another song, and I'll try not to talk so much this time. What's the next song gonna be? Oh, on the floor again. Oh, B. It's a B, and B is number 6. And what's the 6th song? The 6th song is... Oh, this is called Heaven Knows I Cared. I'm wondering whether I should play this as the segue into Carnival Faces like I usually do, but I'm not gonna, because we're mixing it up on purpose here with the dice game. And so this is number 6 on the album. This is called Heaven Knows I Cared. Sitting in the back room on a bar stool with a memory on my mind, thinking how the best of us must someday reach the end of each our line. A year ago I never thought you'd be the one I'd have to tell goodbye. Fare you well, our dear departed friend, for you I'll always cry. All the streets are down without a sound, and everybody tucked inside. Maybe I'll sneak out among the ashes of the fireworks they fly. 2021 is finding everyone expecting on its eve. January 7 is the year it's every day. It kinda gives you pause about without a cause, than just the way it is. Then you shake it off, politely cough, and then go on about your biz. With more increasing frequency, I reminisce on this and everything. But even with the pain, I can't complain about show's been over long. All that I would ask is you'd be soft in your assessment of my song. I'm standing on the shoulders of the likes of Neil Peart and Eric Blair. But even though nobody's ever heard about me, heaven knows I care. Heaven knows I care. Heaven knows I care. I care. Feels so odd to just finish that song instead of going to the next one. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I kind of missed a few words there because I got distracted realizing that, oh, thank you, Patman, that Patman and Travis were hanging out, and I said I was just doing this mix-up routine because I was going to wait to see if anybody showed up for the world premiere. This is for you guys. Woohoo! Of this crazy little 45-minute number. I gotta get the music here just so I don't choke. Yeah, I wrote this last night when I was washing dishes. And yes, let's see if I can do it here. This is a Wikipedia PhD. Actually, I had a little intro I wrote. Up till after 3. Now I'm an expert on world affairs and immunology. It makes me sad that you don't see what's obvious to me. Move over, Professor. I've got a Wikipedia PhD. Move over, Professor. I've got a Wikipedia PhD. And that's it. Maybe there will be some more verses. I think it's going to have some more verses. It's probably going to be telling a story sort of song, but I don't know. That's just... I tell my students that I'm mentoring songwriting to. I say, you know, if it ever even happened like this at all, it virtually never happens anymore, that you sit down, blank piece of paper, I'm going to write a song because I am an artiste and I'm going to do something profound and write a song and play it and people are going to like it. Yay. No. Rewind. Never really happened like that anymore. It just is more about like, just go live your life. Fill your life with adventure. Fill your life with emotion. Do the things you love to do. Be real with people. Be real with yourself. And just pay attention and think about it and just muse on it. And, you know, next thing you know, everything, all your little thoughts will just suddenly condense into one little nutshell, as it were. And usually, at least with me, nutshells have rhythm to them. And all it takes is that one little catchy song, one little catchy line, and then you next thing you know, it's a song. So yeah, long story short is like I don't write songs; they kind of write me anymore. Oh, let's do that once more. Let's see if I can do it by memory. I stayed up late I was up till after 3. No, let's try that again. I stayed up late doing research. I was up till after 3. Now I'm an expert on world affairs and immunology. It makes me sad that you can't see what's obvious to me. Move over, professor. I've got a Wikipedia PhD. Move over, professor. I've got a Wikipedia PhD. All right. So yeah, that was for all you folks who gave me such wonderful support on that one today. Yay, yay, yay. We're about halfway through the album. Where's my, oh yeah, dropped my magical 12-sided musical die on the ground here. We're about halfway through. What's going to come up next? Is it going to be a repeat or, oh, C, number 1. Last time I didn't turn the circle of fifths on. Number 1 on the circle of fifths is the one at the very top because it's special because it's the only one that has no sharps or flats to play do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. It's the key of C, and it's the first song on the album, which is, again, a song that found me as I was hopping from one place to another around the great Northwest trying to escape smoke because ash was raining down on Eugene, and a 3-day adventure turned into a 7-day adventure, and the whole way a song just was bubbling up, and it ended up finishing itself, and it's called A Western Way, and this is going to be the opening track on my album. It goes like this. I've lived in the city, I've done my time, either paid my dues or left them behind for some other fool to pick up when they find I'm gone. Now it's back to my roots that I knew as a child, from the thick to sticks to the heart of the wild. I'm kicking at my boots and smiling at a fun going by. Give me a home where the bison like to play. I'll be roaming alone day after day, where the sun hangs low in a western way. I remember the days before I had a clue, had a whole long list of the things I would do. It's a pity how much I wasted my youth on dreams. Now it's goodbye, friends, I'm back to the land. This is not what I thought, but I got what I planned. If you all had to ask, you don't understand what it means. Give me a home where the bison like to play. I'll be roaming alone day after day, where the sun hangs low in a western way. And the horn section goes right here. And like to play, I'll be roaming alone day after day, like I always known I'd plan to stay, where the sun hangs low in a western way. In a western way. All right, let's see what's next. F sharp, that's number 7. Not bad, we've only had one repeat roll so far. Number 7 is the very bottom. We're going straight from the top to the bottom. That's a tritone, by the way, people. You can't get any further away from the key of C than the key of F sharp. Alrighty, and number F sharp is number 7. Okay, and this is the one that Heaven Knows I Care would go into. This is called A Carnival of Faces. I don't know if I can take it. It's coming up again. All the memories of places and long forgotten friends I used to know. Where did they go? Do they think of me now and then? A carnival of faces looking out again. I don't know if I can make it. It's all too much to bear. Every day I try to fake it, bury it somewhere. A part of the show kept low, but not so far away. A carnival of faces that see me every day. The massacres and mayhem are flying through my head. They'll be with me for always, until the day I'm dead. Wherever I go, they follow. So every night my eyes are red. In the carnival of faces, they're with me in my bed. 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 Cool thing about track lists when you really get into them. And part of the reason why I'm mixing it up like this is because you finished one song. It's like Back in Black, you know. One thing about Back in Black is you notice that there's hardly any time between one track to the next. And first time I went to master an album for the Sugar Beats, I was the only one there. And I had to make the decision on how many milliseconds it took to go from track 1 to track 2, track 2 to track 3. And you know, it's not something you really think about it until you have to do it. And there's more thought that goes into that than you might think. I was like, gosh, this is kind of a big responsibility. Because, yeah, there is a psychology of like, does the track end and boom, the next one right away without even giving me a chance to think, which is like Back in Black. But, you know, sometimes, you know, there's tracks on other albums that, you know, a moment to take a breath after that ride, and then the next one starts. And yeah, it's all part of the art of an album, which isn't even a thing anymore. I would talk about how there's side A and side B to this album, and not only did that become obsolete upon the advent of CDs, but now it's like who even thinks of albums like that anymore? It's like just a bunch of singles out there. Anyways, but I will still always have things organized into albums, and probably organized into side A and side B in my own heart and mind, and that's okay because I like it. But what I was getting at is, like, you know, I played the end of that song and I just immediately heard More Than a Dream, and but I resisted the temptation because we already played that one. We've only got like three or so more to go. Oh, that's the third time we've rolled D flat. The fourth time we've rolled D flat. Oh, sorry. I kept the circle of fifths up that whole time during Carnival of Faces. Okay, well, it's like the carousel. The carousel of fifths. Okay, A flat. We have not done A flat yet. This is the spoken word piece on the album. This is called Ivanhoe and Exencute. Ivanhoe and Exencute, mix in me and wax in you. A lack of links, a fix to do, from MKCOB to Q. The message isn't hard to make, a little dash of truth to take, a bigger batch of fake to bake, an epic bite of angel cake. Connect the dots and paint the set. What you see is what you get. But what I said to them I met was made of words that all got wet. Now, whether from the wool of eyes, or better, set on bad disguise, I figured from the tower of lies I might behold a new surprise. But fresh ideas are far behind, the symptom of a withered mind. I'm out of luck and fail to find a single gram of grain to grind. We already did E. We already did D flat. Did we do A flat? Yeah, we just did A flat. D, we haven't done D yet. This is number 3 on the circle of fifths. Yay! Da, 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 da. And the third song is the one that I love the demo for. This is the one that I always say this. This is fun. This is a fun one to play unplugged, but it's just nothing at all like the jam. What is it? What do the kids call it? A banger. One of my students called this one a banger. This is my banger on the album. This is called Better Days. Do you know what I mean when you're waking from a dream like a change of the scene when you want to stay? Would you call it a crime if I could keep it in my mind like my own sunshine when the world's gone gray? Well, I'm telling you true, it's all I can do to make it through my own passion play. I got my head held high, I'm reaching for the sky, but I don't know why it seems farther away. Well, everybody knows, nobody wants to say. I suppose Come on, everybody. It seems so long I've been singing my song so often strong with the wrong refrain. I'm hiding out inside. I tried and tried to pump up my pride to patch up the pain. And now the sun's gone low and old Joe Crow's there to show what's in the name. So I shake my head, laughing off instead, and it's back to the bedroom whence I came. Everybody knows, nobody wants to say. I suppose the river flows to where it goes. I'm not the kind to count my woes, but Lord knows I've seen better days. I've seen better days. I've seen better days. I've seen better days. Better Days. That's another one that I just have to resist the urge to go into the next song. That's the other segue on the album. Is Better Days into Shiloh, which is the one we haven't rolled yet. What's coming next? E flat. Yeah, we did that one. We're down to the last three. We did D flat. F. Okay, this is this is number 12. So this is going to be the one. I haven't practiced this one that much. This is not on the album. This was more recently written. I haven't practiced this one that much, but we'll see what happens. I was trying to review the lyrics in the car today, driving to Jerry's, and we'll see how we do. Yeah, this is going to be one of those double single things, one song that goes into the next as a standalone pair. This is a new one that happened pretty fast recently, and one that the lyrics finally fell into place over a song that started when I was in Quebec, which would have been 2001, 2002. So yeah, very new one and a very recently finished old one. This is Never Been a Better Time into Baby's Got a Big Gun. Never been a better time to keep your head down. Never been a better time to not make a sound. Never been a better time to stay at home. Never been a better time to play at pretending. Never been a better time for pretending. Never been a better time to act better. Never been a better time to play a part. Never been a better time to keep your cards closer. Never been a better time to put on a show. Never been a better time to take the side road. Never been a better time to lock and load. This is my life inside a cultural revolution. This is the story of my time. I thought I'd live to see a tiny bit more evolution, but now the new guards are online. This is my life inside a cultural revolution. This is the story of my time. I always fancied myself a small part of the solution, but now my daydreams are dying. Never been a better time to keep your head down. Never been a better time to not make a sound. Never been a better time to stay at home. Never been a better time to be alone. Never been a better time to keep your voice low. Never been a better time to put on a show. Never been a better time to swallow your pride. Never been a better time to hide. This is my life inside a cultural revolution. This is the story of my time. I thought I'd live to see a tiny bit more revolution, but now the new gods are online. My mind is crying for a whole entire generation. I see the sadness in their eyes. It's like I'm living in some odd surreal aberration. Welcome to the land of light. Baby's got a big gun, and the rest of the world's all wondering what we're gonna have to do. Baby's got a big gun, and I hate to be all Debbie Downer, but you know it's true. Rivers of the red run, sign of the times. I don't know what else I can say. Rivers of the red run, try as I might, I like, but I can't walk away. Go where you go, try but you can't hide. When the walls come down, you wish you kept your secrets inside. You can go where you go, try but you can't hide. When the walls come down, when the walls come down, you wish you kept your secrets inside. Dreamers in a dead time. In the morning beside my fire I say your name. Dreamers in a dead time. At the moment you chose bye-bye, you know I'm not the same. Riggers of the swing line. Talk of the town come round and just a single friend. Swinger on the rig line. Rigging behind the leaving behind the bite of such a bitter wind. You can go or you go. You can try but you can't hide. When the walls come down, you wish you kept your secrets inside. You can go or you go. Fly, fly, fly. You know, it's really interesting leaving it to the dice like this. We're ending on a somber note, because that's a somber song, and then the only two left on the album are not the most upbeat songs either. Which one's it gonna be? It's either got to be, we haven't done key of A yet, or the key of E flat yet. What's gonna be first? Oh, there's an A right there. Okay, so this is the one that comes straight out of Better Days. And this is the only one that I didn't write the words to. This is the one that was written, the words were written by Herman Melville. He wrote a whole cycle of songs. Most people think of Herman Melville with respect to Moby Dick, which I have not read. Maybe I should read Moby Dick now, because I was greatly affected when Peter Jackson of the History That Doesn't Suck podcast, which I highly recommend, History That Doesn't Suck, kind of changed my life in its own way. He ended one of the Civil War episodes with one of the poems that Herman Melville wrote about it. He wrote a whole cycle of poems about the Civil War, which, you know, I think I mentioned this before. The first battle of the Civil War, I don't think it was too far from Washington, D.C., and people took picnic blankets and picnic baskets to watch this quaint little thing happen, like just this passing little quirky thing. How quaint. Fast forward to Shiloh, had more casualties in that single battle than the American Revolution and the War of 1812 and the Spanish-American War. I mean not Spanish-American, the Mexican-American War. All three of those, combine all the casualties of those, and still not as many as this one single battle at Shiloh. And he ended with this poem after the episode about it, and I was in the zone of memorizing stuff, because that was at the very moment I was learning Richard III. So I was like, gosh, this is going to be nothing to memorize this page. And as soon as I started memorizing it, it was, like, once again, it just found me. It was like this melody hiding in there the whole time. And it goes like this. Skimming lightly, wheeling still, the swallows fly low. Over the field and cloudy days, the forest field of Shiloh. over the field were April rain. Solace the parched one stretched in pain. Through the pause of night, and followed the Sunday fight around the church of Shiloh, the church so low, the log-built one that echoed to many a parting groan and natural prayer, and dying foemen mingled there. Foemen at morn, but friends at eve. Fame or country least their care. What like a bullet can undeceive? But now they lie low, while over them the swallows skim, and all is hushed at Shiloh. Only one song left that I haven't played on the album. This is number 10, which I would have gotten by rolling the key of D, E flat, but this song is actually in the same key as Shiloh, key of D. D minor though. This is called Emotional Cancer. I've a case of emotional cancer from the smog of your second-hand news. You can call me a freak, you can call me a cheek, you can call me whatever you choose. I'm not going to change your religion. That first attempt ended in tears, so I'll go on my way with nothing to say as I live out the rest of my years. Fight as I live out the rest of my years. gaslighted. As you screamed, I was gaslighting you for the sinister crime of squeaking my mind. As I struggled to sift what was true, are you still so entrenched in your wisdom, so intractably trapped in your ways? My original gift turned into a rift, and it led to the end of our days. Fight! And it led to the end of our days. And the one I feel after that is, but I already played that. Freeze me. So we're not going to leave on that note. It's kind of like when I saw John Williams conduct his own pieces with the Eugene Symphony, which was pretty cool. You know, he brought along this she's either Chinese or Korean. It was some woman that was playing the violin with a tone that I had never heard come out of a violin before. He brought her back for an encore. How many times do you get an encore when you go see the symphony? You know, they play the program and that's it. But no, he played an encore. He brought her on to play Schindler's List, which was incredible. But of course, you couldn't send people home on that note. So it was double encore. Oh my God. Because right after that, it's like, ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. And the guy, we're in the front of the mezzanine balcony, and right at those first notes, ba-ba-da-ba, some guy's like, woo! Which is another thing you don't typically associate with going to the symphony, is people yelling whoop. So that was cool. So I'm not going to leave on that note. I'm going to play a more rockin' one that I like to do as an encore. This is from my first album, which you can hear if you type in Bella Steel, B-E-L-L-A-S-T-E-E-L, Bella Steel, and Sleeping Dragons. You will probably get it showing up if you type that in on either YouTube or Apple Music or Spotify, whichever you guys like. Check it out. It's fun. It's fun to listen to straight through at least once with headphones and just kind of close your eyes and take a ride on my roller coaster. But my favorite song is the one that I don't sing, the inimitable Emily Sangder, who is now assistant director of recruitment at Berklee College of Music. Can you believe that? Yeah, she sang this on my album. It's number 4. It's called I'm Just Waiting for the Wheel to Come Around. It's really a fun song. It's the most Stones-y one on the album, and like I said, Emily's singing it. My other student is playing bass, Stella Dropkin. It's the only song I don't play bass on as well, so that's interesting. And it's the first one of many to come afterwards that I asked the amazing Jack inside the building where Paul McCartney and George Harrison went to grade school, mind you, and then he would send these tracks through Google Drive, and Bo and I would be hanging out in the studio, and this is like Christmas morning every single time. What did Jack send us this time? Well, this is the first song that I asked him to play on. I'm just waiting for the wheel to come around. It goes going like this. I'm asleep at the wheel, but there's a sidetrack ratchet of road. It's too much to fill to the feel upside a heart's hard laboring load. I tell you the tale of the way it all unwound, but I'm just waiting for the wheel to come round. I lived my life on the rails, and now I'm watching all the train wrecks roll. I got no more wind in my sails for chasing rabbits down the rabbit road. Suffering shame in a crazy little town, town, town. And I'm just waiting for the wheel to come round. Who's that lonely boy standing outside her cackle on the cuckoo's cried? Got some tack to be handing out all them facts about the other side. What can I say? I'm just sharing what I found. And I'm just waiting for the wheel to come round. Come on. Got my ducks in a row, but didn't realize the lines were crossed. Showed up late for the show, no one told me, but the crowd's all sauced. What can I play now that no one hears a sound, sound, sound? I hang my head and I'm hiding underground. With the price of 30 odd years, it was the quintessential college try. Step back from the buds and beers and don't know whether I should laugh or cry. A shackle of flames come flashing in my crown, crown, crown. I know my place and my heart begins to pound. I can't tell you where some of this is bound, bound, bound. A whole new chapter for every clue I found. And the summer's fading, the leaves are turning brown, brown, brown. I hear that highway, it's howling like a hound. But the wind blows gently, whispering a soft, sobering sound. And I'm just waiting for the wheel to come round. Thank you, everybody. It's a good place to finish. We on the wheel song. This set that's been directed by every musician's favorite wheel, the Circle the Fifth. I feel like Sesame Street. Today's episode has been brought to you by the letter C, the key of G minor, and the circle of fifths. Something like that. Anyways, folks, I'm going to go up and cook some dinner for my mama and do a little more work and then get up and back, Jack, do it again, which is my second favorite song called Do It Again. My favorite one is standing on the middle of nowhere, wondering how to begin, stuck between tomorrow and yesterday, between now and then, and then you're back where you started. Oh, and I can't do that because I'll get a ding on Facebook. They'll say, your video has been partially muted, because AI will find that probably right there. Anyways, whatever. That's the way the world is you can't steal other people's music. I'm not really stealing it, I'm just sharing it. Okay, folks, enough. Bye-bye. Have fun. Stay cool, stay kind. Love yourself, love each other. And let's hope for some warm weather. Yeah, I'm so ready for it. All right, bye. See you next time. Bye. Come on, cursor, up on the big screen.